What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Power Ranger reaction. We are doing this series because Nicki has never seen Mighty Morphin Power Rangers before, and I am a big Power Rangers fan, so I'm kind of showing her the series for the first time. And Nicki, we're 3 episodes in so far. How do you feel about the show?
I'm really enjoying it so far. Like, I have a little familiarity, but didn't totally know what to expect, but I'm digging it even more than I thought I would.
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Now, just seeing the thumbnail, I have some vague familiarity with this episode, and I know it gets referenced a lot throughout the series, but I'm really excited to see it. So let's jump in to Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Season 1, Episode 4, A Pressing Engagement. You ready?
I wonder how pressing it'll be.
Very. I feel like we could watch all like 700 episodes of Power Rangers and I would never get bored of this opening.
I thought you were saying we should do that.
No, I mean like I would never get bored of watching this introduction.
Oh, that's valid. I assume they update it after a few hundred though, at least.
Every season.
Okay.
Every season gets a new. Well, I don't want to give anything away, but this will get updated as the season goes along.
All right, that's fair. Would you say this one is the most iconic, though?
Yes.
Okay.
Far and away. There are a lot of really good ones. Like there are ones that like really stick out to me. Like I'm even a really big fan of Zeo, which is the season directly after that. I really like that theme song. But
gotcha.
We won't talk about the theme songs until we get there.
988, 989, 990, 991, 992.
How much are they just bluffing about that, though?
That's Jason. That's not a bluff.
Okay.
Okay?
I thought it was valid to ask.
How dare you?
And you break the record. That's it. Nice and steady. By the way, what number are we on?
Okay.
That's how skilled he is.
998, 999.
So, what number is he on?
1002.
Did she not hear him as she was walking up to them?
You gotta love Ernie. Ernie is so subconsciously supporting Jason that he's got the red headband on, the red handkerchief, and he's drinking fruit punch.
I was gonna say, they are still clad in their colors. Like, almost to a fault.
Look at this. Red, red, red.
Well, that and how much pink Kim is wearing. Which, trust me, I love it. I'm one to talk.
Uh-oh. Lost count. Can you start again?
I mean, dude, just go back to 1,000.
Yeah.
That's it! I'll send Goldar and a monster down to separate Jason from his friends and then tear him apart. With him out of the way, the rest of the Power Rangers will be at my mercy.
Smart.
It's time to finish them.
Rita's thinking tactical. Take out the leader. Take out Jason. Take out the head honcho of the Power Rangers.
1007.
Voted the greatest Red Ranger in 2 separate polls, by the way.
1009. One more, Jason. You can do it, buddy. You can do it. Come on.
Yeah, after he messed up once, they really should have gotten another person to help him.
Hey guys, look at Kimberly.
That is 100% a balloon. Look, you see how the end was darker?
Yeah.
That's 100% a balloon.
Yeah, I also don't think it would pop that way.
No.
He can't do anything today. This is going to be too easy.
It's not Jason's day.
That's very advanced technology for her to be able to spy on them that intricately.
Do you think she watches them poop?
Goldar.
Maybe. I wouldn't put it past her at this point. She is evil.
It's pretty gross.
Yes, so evil one. First we separate Jason from the others.
Then Rita grows you real tall.
And then we crush him.
Finster, have you figured out a monster yet?
Not quite.
Or Finster.
If you said that, you're gonna be in big trouble.
Finster, what do you mean? Could you be losing your touch?
No, ma'am. If you give me a moment, I'll think of something. How about King Sphinx? He can use his wings to sweep the others away. Does that satisfy your evilness?
Yeah!
All right.
So what do you say, Jack?
Amy Jo Johnson, I think, was a gymnast. Pretty sure she was a gymnast before.
I was gonna say, she certainly looks like it.
Accepted.
Jam it. Fruit shakes on the Zagman. All right.
Another round, please.
Kimberly, about the the skateboard and bubble gum. I just want to.
Apologize?
Yeah.
Forget it, it's casual.
It's casual.
Kimberly is the most quotable person on this show. Forget it, it's casual. Keeping it cash.
I don't want to be known as
I can't believe that didn't take off.
This is a very important episode for Jason. Very big character moments. Doesn't want to be a quitter.
The bench press record's still mine.
I mean, he didn't quit so much as get screwed over.
Bad dream. Let him go.
Twice.
Hey, I got this.
Oh, you're tough. You're a man. You're so tough, I'm shaking.
Hey, Paul. You tickles?
Tactical genius. His tactical mind is insane. He's always like 12 steps ahead. He knew that was gonna happen.
I don't think the seams work that way.
This is where you find out that Skull is so strong that he could tear denim both ways.
I told you I could handle it myself.
Ain't nobody said you couldn't.
Yeah, that's right. Besides, what's wrong with getting a little help from your friends?
Nothing. Unless you're trying to break the bench press record.
New watch.
Hi.
Put it on my tab.
Put up my
I
tab.
have a new watch, but I don't want to show it to anyone.
Yeah.
So we read you.
And even if he did see it, are they gonna think of anything weird about it?
It is imperative that you teleport to the children's theater in the park immediately.
What's going on?
She has sent down a team of putties and an unknown monster in an attempt to gain control of the park. Be careful, and let the power protect you.
It's morphin' time, guys.
I love it. Squat and Babu. Is Finster the most useful member of Rita's crew? The answer is yes. Everyone else is just useless.
That's a good point, because what exactly do the rest of them do besides just talk and complain?
Well, maybe Goldar.
This is weird. It's almost like they're after something.
Yeah, you. Whoa.
What? What? Oh, that was convenient.
Why are those putties so different?
Where's Kim? We're not getting
He's like, I'll find out. Where's Kid?
It wasn't them, it was the Sphinx. Where is
That Jason has had it!
Jason.
What? Alright, once you got me, but really?
This is the so this is the first time I think we've ever seen the Rangers demorph in battle, which will happen again. But
So they demorph by becoming a really bad special effect.
no, it's like when the villain. I don't know. Usually it's when they get overpowered, but this time it's like the villain was just able to do it.
Right, right. Like they're clearly demonstrating that's a power he has.
This is one of the most epic battles in all of Power Rangers. Jason versus the King Sphinx.
To be fair, at least he has an interesting design and costume.
Yeah. Angel Grove, metropolitan that is full of quarries, rock quarries. Oof.
Nothing without your friends. Why don't you give up?
Solid aim right there.
Pinpoint accuracy always.
Wait, what? Did she make them big or did they come out of the ground?
No, she makes them bigger.
These guys are too
Make
much.
my monsters grow!
The other guys were here.
That was a very weird effect then.
You guys! Billy!
Oh, this is the first appearance of Billy's lab. This is Billy's home laboratory.
He may need his friends way more
Nerd.
than he knows.
Hey, at least he's not Donatello.
That's fair. He's not a fraud.
He's not a fraud.
Jason? Nothing. Let's teleport to the command center right now.
Also, if their goal is to destroy them, why would they send them back to the place that they're safest at?
No, the goal is to isolate Jason and to take Jason out.
I guess.
Because they figure if they take Jason out, the others wouldn't be able to operate without him, and he wouldn't be able to succeed without his friend's help.
I guess, but I feel like they could have easily just thrown them into a volcano if they wanted to.
Yeah, but you know, that's not how this show works, okay?
Of course! Put your hands together and bring forth the power crystals!
Okay.
Crystals contain the essence of your morphing power.
What?
Use them to find each other in any peril. and
We've
with your
seen
goal,
them use these
draw
before.
power From the very heart of the Morphing Grid.
Okay.
I am sending the crystals directly
A lot
to
of things
Jason.
happening right now.
Once in his possession, you will be able to join him and stop King Sphinx and Goldar. Together, they are nearly unbeatable. So call
This
your
is
lords quickly
the first
and let
mention
the power
of the
protect
Morphing Grid
Alpha, tap into
in
the
Power
grid and
Rangers.
send the
We'll
crystals
talk
to
about this
Jason's
after.
soul. Hurry, Alpha. He doesn't have much time.
I love how he knows just how much time he has before he'll get destroyed.
Yeah!
I mean, Zordon did talk to him through his sword last episode. You'd imagine he could just do it again,
Yeah.
but that never happens ever again in the history of the show.
Well, that's a waste of an ability. What?
Don't question it. He knew. You have to imagine that Jason studied up and researched.
Way to go, Zordon! Hey, Ugly! I want you to meet some of my friends!
It's ugly.
The same friends that I'm always with.
See what friends working together can do! Dinosaur power!
Yes.
Yeah, stock footage.
Come on, man. It's a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Hey, it's,
Robot.
I'm not saying it's not cool.
It's iconic. Also, they're starting to get better with the cuts. They're still very noticeable, but not
Yeah.
nearly as jarring.
Yeah. At the same time, it's like you kind of expect it to a certain extent.
Rangers, log on!
Like the fact that they can even make a coherent narrative the way they do is impressive as it is.
Yeah.
Rock and roll! Billy here! All systems go!
Trini here said I'm ready. Let's jinx this Sphinx.
Alright, Rangers, it's time to
I
power up!
think Kim is the only one that never says her name.
Yeah, because she doesn't have to. She's such an icon. Like, she's just keeping it casual, okay? It's okay, it's casual.
It's casual. It's casual, man.
Not Kimberly is the most quotable character in the show.
I have to admit, I've rewatched the not joke so many times.
She's just perfect delivery. Now that's the Megazord in tank mode. This is we've seen it in this form before, but this is the first time I think they've fought in it.
You mean without them running away immediately?
No, I mean like without turning into the main Megazord, like the battle mode.
Gotcha.
Shift the battle mode and finish these dudes. Right.
Morphin.
Power up the transformation sequence.
I'm also just not over the whooshing every time they just move their arms.
Because they're so fast and they're so powerful that they're literally breaking the sound barrier with their movements. That's why it whooshes.
Megazord activated.
Megazord armed and ready. You guys ready? Let's nail him. Keep it steady. And watch out for that Sphinx.
Just like backhanded, backhand, front hand, backhand. Oh!
Switching to tank mode.
Oh, whoa, Jason with this sick maneuver.
I'm also noticing, like, when they cut away from them and look at them from behind, they're not sitting in the same places.
No. There's also a mistake there that I don't want to point out because it's a bit of a spoiler.
Oh yeah, don't then.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna point it out. Which I don't know why it's there this early in the show.
These dudes are starting to get on my nerves.
But not gonna lie, Jason going tank mode, battle mode was pretty sick.
The flank. Uh-oh. Look out.
Oh god.
No, his wings are just too powerful.
Man, we're getting nowhere with these guys. It's time to turn up the heat. Mega power sword. Now.
Oh yeah.
Just the sheer number of convenient stuff that falls out of the sky.
Well, it doesn't fall from the sky. It comes from the Morphing Grid. Realistically. Like in the grand scheme of things. It's the same way that their suits just kind of materialize.
Which is fair.
Goldar's like, deuces, I gotta go to Krispy Kreme.
I can't believe they made the thing! Out of my way! Destroy a world is all I ask, but do they do it? No!
It's all she asks for.
I know.
Oh god.
1005.
Come on, Jason, tough it out, man.
1006. All right, you're gonna do it. 1007.
All right, I trust Trini much more than that other guy.
Yeah.
1008. 1009. One more. 1010.
You're the best, Jason. Never doubted you. Never doubted you, Jason.
I'm sure you never did.
Never. Not a second. How dare you? Is he wearing San Francisco 49er pants that they blurred the logo on?
Pardon me. Out of the way. Don't touch the cake.
Don't touch the cake.
Now I'm asking, is this a cake or is this a cake?
That's a cake.
It looks like a sheet cake.
What do you expect for the last minute?
Well, it is a cake.
Yeah, it is a cake.
Thanks for being there, guys.
Hey, muscle brains. I'm gonna get my record back.
Doesn't he also think of himself as a muscle brain?
Yes.
Muscle brains. Shut up. I can do my own talking. Sorry.
You guys, get a life. Come on, don't you guys ever
Get a
give up?
life.
Yo, man, why don't you just have a piece of cake and chill?
Cake? Yeah, all right, I'll have some cake. But I get the first piece. Yeah, the first piece. I thought I told you to shut up.
Oh my god.
Vulcan Skull, always good for a pratfall or 10. That was a banger. That was a really good one.
Yes.
It was a lot. It felt a lot tighter.
It felt, yes, the pacing was very good for it. It definitely, as much as I shit on a lot of the corniness of it, that is very much the charm the show has. Like, I feel like a lot of those corny 90s-esque jokes were in full force, but it still works very well.
It was very good. This is another... This is an extension of kind of the teamwork episode that we got with Trini, except this one was handled a little bit better. This is more of a Jason episode, and it's all about Jason kind of trying to take on too much and not wanting to give up and biting off more than he can chew. Right. But you know, at the end of the day he realizes that they're stronger. He's stronger with his friends.
Right. To be fair, he also was in the middle of the battle and didn't know what happened, so he probably didn't feel like he had any other choice.
But it was all about not giving up, not panicking, not freaking out. And you know what's really cool is this show has episodes like this. And for anyone out there, I know that you guys are watching this for the show, but I know a lot of you are really big fans of the franchise. And if you haven't checked out the Boom Studios Power Ranger comics, I highly recommend checking them out. Because what they'll do is they'll take single issues, like the show takes single episodes, and they'll focus it on a Ranger. Like we talked a little bit about the Billy one a couple episodes back, but there's this Jason one that I absolutely love, where it's all about how Jason struggles to be a karate sensei and teach 5 classes a week at the youth center, be the leader of the Power Rangers, be a school student that still has to get good grades, constantly drilling himself at the command center. It's all about Jason putting all of this pressure on himself, and to the point where he is struggling with potentially overexhaustion, and he's actually working himself to the point where he's going to hurt himself.
Right.
And the issue ends the same way this kind of episode ends. It's all about the Power Rangers has been and always will be about, their main core message is we are stronger together.
Right.
It's always going to be a show about teamwork and friendship.
Right. It's always going to be the Power Rangers, not here's the show about the Red Ranger or the Pink Ranger. Yeah, Jason may put the weight of the world on his shoulders, and he may take on a lot of that responsibility that comes with being the leader of the Power Rangers, but he knows that his friends are there to help him. And just like they know that, they trust in him enough to make the right call when he has to. Yes. He certainly could have used them earlier when he was trying to count the bench presses.
Well, yeah, that's the lesson he learns. That's why he succeeds at the end. Because instead of just him and Ernie, it's the other Rangers around him. So now he has 4 spotters, he has 4 people motivating him, he has 4 people counting. So it's Jason's victory, but it's through the power of teamwork and through the power of knowing his friends are there.
Right.
So he could fully focus on what he has to do.
Right.
Knowing that they'll help him.
And it makes the accomplishment more worthwhile.
Absolutely. Man, we're learning so many life lessons from this show.
Hey, they've permeated different generations and periods of time. Good on the show for that, honestly. It was ahead of its time. It was classic. It was timeless. It had and it has great sayings that should have permeated the cultural zeitgeist.
Casual.
Casual.
It's instead of saying, "Oh, my bad," or "Oh, yeah, no worries," it's it's casual. I'm gonna use that so bad now.
I also could have sworn my nail polish matched hers, and that made me way too excited.
Probably. You guys are both rocking a lot of pink, but yeah, this is one of my, even growing up, this was always one of my favorite episodes. I had this on VHS along with a couple of other episodes later in the season, and I used to rewatch this one a lot because this was the first Jason episode, and he was by himself, and he was in a sword fight with King Sphinx. And man, I'll tell you one thing. These episodes feel so much shorter watching them now. Because watching it as a kid, that battle felt like it went on for a very long time. But watching it as an adult, it was like over like that.
Right. Oh no, that's how I feel about like just a lot of movies and shows, like just going back to watch. Stuff that, especially stuff aimed towards kids that often is under 90 minutes even, or just like even these 20-minute episodes. It's like, oh my God, like that was it?
Yeah, and what's really cool about this episode is that it gives us, well, one, it references the power crystals, which we've seen them use before.
Right,
so the reason why Jason knows about them is because they used them to pilot the Zords, essentially.
Right. I just didn't ever see them in that kind of context where it's like, hey, just whoop.
Yep, it's just like, here you go. But it is cool because this is the first ever mention of the Morphing Grid, which is a very, 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 probably the most important piece of Power Rangers lore that there can possibly be. It's essentially like as important to Power Rangers as the Force is to Star Wars. The Morphing Grid is where all of the Rangers draw their power from, essentially. Like the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, they have the Dino Power Coins right now. They have the Power Coins, which are their conduits that allow them to access the power of the Morphing Grid. And the Morphing Grid is what channels its power through the coins onto the Rangers.
Right.
So that will all get explained in the future, but I just wanted to give you a brief history lesson on the Morphing Grid, because I know a lot of people who are watching are going to just be like, oh, Morphing Grid, it's so important. And it not only is important, but it becomes a deus ex machina at times. It becomes a kind of explainer, just a wipe away explainer at times.
But that, I mean, you say it like that, that is kind of how the Force is too.
Yeah.
So.
And what's really cool is as the show goes on, writers start to use it a lot more heavily and in ways that really build the world of Power Rangers and makes it feel really big, makes it feel like this really complete universe.
Right, like it gives it some like more legitimacy and like not necessarily grounded, but it's expansive. It's like this is just how it is in this universe. I just hope there's no midichlorians.
No, there's no midichlorians. They were smart enough not to do that.
Good, they were.
But yeah, it's really cool to kind of see the origin of that. And as someone who's a big fan and who's seen what really talented writers have done with the Morphing Grid, especially lately, especially within the past like 5 years, even in the comics and even in the show, the modern era of the show, it's really cool to kind of see like, oh, this is the first time.
Right.
Like, this is where it comes from. So yeah, that's really cool. But yeah, this is definitely one of my top episodes of Mighty Morphin. It was cool to watch it again.
No, I had a blast with it. And again, like, as much as I shit on it, I am enjoying it, and I'm definitely here for the ride.
Oh, it's so fun. It's just such a fun watch along. We're learning a lot of life lessons. We're increasing our vocabulary. We're learning a lot of new lingo so we can be cool kids in the 90s. So, you know, just keep it casual, guys.
Keep it cash.
Don't worry about it. It's casual.
Casual.
It's casual.
So, like, I'll say that the next time you get upset at me for something.
And then I'll say, nah.
I tried.
But anyway, guys, I think that's going to do it for us. We'll be back with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Episode 5. We'll try and maybe get that done this week for you. Maybe we'll do 2 episodes this week. But if not, we will see you at Episode 5. And until next time, guys, stay versed, and may the power protect you always.